With our guys, I'm very excited about tonight. I thought great. They did a really good job of executing things. We really wanted to try to take Bateman out of it just because of his talent, and we thought he had to score. He had to get his average or more for them to really have a legit chance, I think, of getting us in here. And I just thought Prince did a really good job on him to start. And as we rotated people, the bench did a good job on him and made things really hard on him. I can't read these new stat sheets, so I have a hard time figuring out things. I'm 30 years into this business. It's amazing how sometimes we change things just to change things. But old stat sheets would be easy for me to read. I know that Mo had, I think, closely, he had to have double-double. I thought he was terrific. I really praised Prince for what he was able to do because I thought defensively he was a key for us. I thought Jalen really ran our show well again. You know, he had to have had close to 10 assists if my count's right. But, you know, if that's the case, over the last 3 games, he's averaged 10 assists, leading us. And that's huge when he's doing that. But Chris Smith gave us great minutes. We got great minutes from our bench tonight. All the guys that came in from our bench did a great job. I thought Chris Wilkes in the second half played like Chris can play. So it was just a really good team effort for us. We beat a really good team, a good coach team. Proud of what our guys were able to do for 40 minutes.
2 things. Did you think that was kind of your best sustained effort start to finish?
And sustained is good because I thought there weren't any lapses. I don't know of any big runs that they threw at us. Maybe 4, 5, 6 points at the most. And I thought our guys did a good job when that happened of attacking the basket, getting a layup, or getting fouled. We did a good job of getting to the free throw line. Fouled a little bit too much in the second half. I thought the zone was really good. The last 8, 9 minutes of the game, I thought that was good. We haven't used it much, so to see us get some reps on using our zone, we've practiced a lot, but haven't used it in the game a lot. So that gives us something to look at on tape as we get ready for Saturday. So I just thought it was 40 minutes of some pretty consistent work from our guys.
And defensively, I think you held them to like 29% best defensive effort.
I got to watch tape, obviously, but I thought we did a really good job. But we had, one thing we wanted to do was try to keep them off the free throw line, and that's not easy to do because I think they're number 1 in the country at that. So I'm not sure exactly if we did a great job on that. It seems like we fouled a lot in the second half, but Bateman to me was the biggest key. We couldn't let him get it going for 20. They won at UNLV. He had a big night. They beat Georgetown. He had a big night. So I was really pleased with our mindset of a team of trying to take their best player and make things really hard. I thought we did that.
Did you have a specific game plan to take Bateman out of the game? Like, what did you want to key in for him?
Well, we wanted to try to keep him out of the drive, keep him out of the paint because he's so good. He's great at drawing fouls. I think he's number 1 in the country on free throw makes. So we obviously wanted to try to keep him off the free throw line. We didn't want to foul him. We wanted him to be a jump shooter with over our length because I wasn't as sold on the jump shooting as much as I was his drive game. But he could post you. There's so many different ways that he can draw fouls. And so we wanted to put a lot of pressure on him that way, and then we wanted him to have to work at the other end. And I thought we did that. I thought I liked our pace offensively. I thought we got the tempo. We had a lot of delays in the first half with timeouts, monitor checks, a lot of things that ended up slowing the tempo a little bit in the first half. Second half got the tempo that we wanted it. So I have no idea without watching tape or seeing things of how many possessions were in the game. But, they're a team that wants the possessions 50s, 60s. We wanted 70s, 80s. And thought we did a pretty good job of increasing tempo. Our press was pretty good. We didn't get burned on the press much. And I just like how we learned through the game. Moses staying back in our zone and protecting the rim. He blocked shots, he changed shots, he had a double-double. I mean, that's Mo put together some good minutes tonight.
I think you had 8 assists on your first 9 baskets. How much of a tone setter was that as far as sharing the ball?
Really good, because I think they're a very good defensive team. They're well schooled, they're well taught. Mike does a really good job with them, and so we were probably more concerned about, to be honest with you, our ability to score versus defending them. And just because of watching them on tape, they're really sound defensively. They do a great job of loading strong side, which is something we're constantly working on with our guys. And what we mean by that, the ball gets on the right or left side, you're playing 5-on-3, and they do a great job with that. So we were concerned about us kind of standing around watching. So for the last 3 days, it's been about go downhill, attack, and I thought Jay did a great job. We got probably 3 lobs to mow in the first 6, 7, 8 minutes of the game, and that was huge.
You mentioned Jalen having 10 assists, averaging 10 assists in the last 3 games. Just how pleased are you with how he responded to that uneven game against North Carolina?
Well, very pleased because he's listening. It tells me he's listening, and that's when you got young players. We've talked about it, all year here. We've really been talking about it since the start of practice in early October. There's huge difference in hearing what I'm talking about, or what I'm saying, or what Coach Bartow or Coach Edney or Coach Broussard is saying. Listening is a whole different trait, and I think he's done a really good job of listening. He's been such a much better player when he's been an assist-first guy of getting everybody involved and then letting his points come. And I thought he drove the ball well. He got to the free throw line well. It opened up really well for him. But his teammates are loving playing with him right now because he's finding everybody. He's not just finding 1 or 2. He's finding and touching everybody, and that's a fun point guard to play with. And I think he's learning what he's got to do defensively. And so the last 3 games have been really good for him.
If you had a chance to look at those NCAA power rankings since we last talked to you, but LMU came in ranked 25th. Was this a good quality win that you can kind of use as a stepping stone here?
Well, I have no idea being on those rankings. I don't think the pool is great enough yet of games being played, and I'm not sure I still understand. I've spent the last 20 years trying to figure out RPI, and now they throw something else at me. So, it's like the analytics stuff. I kind of leave that to the young guys on staff, and they just fill me in when I need to know the techno stuff. But I haven't looked at. I just know this is a good win for us because I do think of the teams we've played to date in Pauley, they're as good as any team that we've played. I think Long Beach, in my opinion, could match us athletically. And I really liked what Long Beach brought to the table against us. But really concerned about LMU with their age and their ability to defend. And they come in undefeated. They're 8-0 and riding confidence of winning already at UNLV, beating Georgetown, winning the tournament in Jamaica. So this, as far as home wins, this is as good as it's got so far, in my opinion.
Anything else? All right, thank you, Coach.